Hi, welcome back to Christine's Home Affairs. We're at the shop today. A few days ago I received a massive load of fabric. There was about 24 or so boxes full of fabric and craft supplies. I spent the past couple of days processing everything and sorting it into different piles, and now I'm going to take you along and show you exactly what kind of fabric we have. This lot of fabric is a follow-on from the last lot that I received a couple of months ago. There are two brothers whose mum passed away recently. The guys are in their 50s, and I think she passed away with more fabric than I ever had in my quilt shop. But anyway, following on from the lot that they gave me last time, there's a huge amount for me to show you today. So I'll show you that in a moment. When I receive fabric, usually everything's dropped off because it's heading to landfill, and these guys don't want that to happen. They know that I'm not going to let any of this fabric go to landfill, and they do know that if I don't want it for myself, that I'm going to either sell it or give it away for free if it's not good enough to be sold. What I keep for myself, you know, I use in my YouTube videos and my bag making and such. What I plan to sell, the brothers will get a share of that. I just tally up the value of everything that I've got, and then I give them a figure at the end of it. It'll take me months to work out how much value there is for them, because some of the fabric that I've priced will start off maybe at the $5 range, and then it'll gradually go down to $3 or $1 or even free. It'll take a little while to go through, but they're in no hurry because they're going to be spending the next several months cleaning out their mum's house, and she has a lot of stuff. Apparently she has an old treadle sewing machine as well that's going to be coming this way, and lots of other sewing related bits and pieces. So I'm looking forward to seeing all of those things that the guys have. But let's go and have a look at everything that I've received today. Let me start by showing you a few of these boxes that I've already gone through. And remember, this is just a very small amount. In this bulk lot, there's a heck of a lot of stretch fabric. This one here is a box full of ribbing and knits that I've gone through. I've just sorted those out. I was originally going to make this just a full box lot of, say, $20, but I'll get probably $5 for each of the bigger pieces and $3 for each of the ribbing pieces. I think that's what I'm going to do with these boxes of the stretch fabric. So there's one here, there's another one here. There's some great colours and designs as well. And this one over here as well. All of these are going to be $5 a piece or $3, depending on the size. And then I've got a few boxes at the back here. This is an assortment of all sorts of silky bits and pieces, very short bits. I'll probably make that $10. This box has got rayons in it. I might make that about $15. And the same with this box and the one after it. There's a lot more value than that in the boxes, but I just really need to make some decisions. And then we have one more box of assorted knits and ribs and things. Most of these are junky looking, or what I would consider junky. I'll probably make that box lot $15. Let's go to the trolley that I've loaded. So I have this trolley that Chris and I put out the front. Usually it's got dollar items or free stuff in there. I've cleaned it all out, and it now has $3 and $5 pieces of fabric. There's a lot of polar fleece, fleecy, really large amounts as well, and some great colours. I just don't have room for any of this myself, and there's only so much sewing that I can possibly do. So all of these are going to be $5 each for the bigger pieces and $3 each for some of the smaller pieces. Most of these will be $5. And then if we come over here, the lady also knitted scarves and hats. We've got an old towel or blanket rail here. We've got 3 rows of scarves, and it's all that feather type of yarn that was really popular about 10 years or so ago. I remember selling these in the shop when I used to sell wool and yarn. I was originally going to put them all out for $1 each, but because winter's coming, I'm going to try these at $3 each. If they don't sell, then they'll go down to $1, and eventually they'll be free. But I'll try them at $3 each first. At least that way the brothers will get a little bit of money for it. All right, on to the next lot. There was also a box of books there. They're mostly going to go out for free or $1. It's getting really hard to walk around in the shop at the moment because we've got so much stuff that we've bought in. This box lot here is all the fabric that I'm potentially going to keep. And there's more than that. And what have we got here? We've got wool as well. So what I've done is sorted that out. They're all bundled up. I think I'll try them all at $5 a packet. They should go very quickly at that price, especially now with winter coming as well. These are all really nice pieces of fabric, and there's probably about 2 to 3 metres on each one. These here are all going to be $5 each, and after they've been here for a while, if they don't sell, I'll either bundle them together or sell them for $3 each. These ones here, I've decided to put $3 on each of those. There's lots of good fabric in there that's probably worth a bit more, but because I've got so much of it, I need to actually try and sell it quickly. I have made a couple of little piles as well. These are really nice shiny satin pieces of fabric. I'll make that a $5 bundle. And some broderie anglaise here. I might make that $10. I was originally going to make it $5, but they're really pretty pieces. Hard to get these days, so I'll make that $10. This bundle here is for teddy bear making, I think, or crafting. So I've just bundled that together, and I'll make that $10 for the lot. And then this is the final box of assorted bits and pieces of fabric, and I'm going to make those $3 each. So now that we've gone through all of those, we got some chairs in the other day as well, so we've got to process all of that. And here's all of that fabric again. There's just so much. I can barely move in the shop at the moment. Thankfully, we'll be opening tomorrow. Let's have a look and see what we've got in here. Oh, and I forgot to mention, we've also got some fluffy hats. Lady also used to sell those. I found some old price stickers, and she was selling her scarves for about $13 each. I imagine the hats would have been about the same. I'll put those out with the scarves and make them $3 each. Again, with winter coming and the cooler weather, they should do well for $3. Here's another bunch of fabric that I haven't quite finished sorting, but this pile I have. And so far, this is the pile that I'm going to take home with me. These are all stretch fabrics, so they'll make some really nice tops. I'll just pull them all out and let you have a look. The black I'll keep because it's a nice blender. I'm not sure that I can wear purple. So there's a red velvet piece, not much at all, but I think that that'll be really good in one of our display boxes with some jewellery in front of it. So these here are just some really nice stretch lycras. They'll be great for making some tops. I can put a skivvy underneath it in winter, or even have some lighter weight tops for summer. Purple. I don't think I've worn anything purple since the 1980s when I had a pair of bright purple satin pants. Not sure that I can wear that. What do you think? So they're the stretch fabric pieces that I am going to keep. Let's have a look at the rest of the fabric. I think most of these are cotton, and I will have a closer look at them when I start sorting the pieces out. But there's 2 meters on that, so there's a great amount of fabric. Whether I use this for clothing or products that I make to sell, there's certainly plenty of fabric in there. Most of these fabric pieces came from Spotlight, which is a big chain fabric store in Australia. The last lot of fabric I got from this lady were all 30 centimetre pieces, or the size of fat quarters. These pieces are 2 to 3 metres. This one's got 3 metres in it. Great amount of fabric to be making dresses with or blouses. This is a gorgeous piece. I do love vibrant colours. It's 2 metres of that. So I'm not actually going to choose any fabric for myself at the moment. Mum's heard that I've got all this fabric, so she's coming next week. So I'll let her go through and have a look and see what she likes. That's a nice mauve. 2 metres of that. 2.6 metres of that. So let's go through these more quickly. This is, I've actually had something like this before. I'm not sure what kind of fabric it is, but it's kind of ribbed, very fine ribbing in it. Looks like a cotton, 4.5 metres. It might be a good sturdy interior for a bag, or a lot of bags. Some florals, lots of florals. That's a good solid piece as well. That'd make a great lining and a great blouse. It actually would be nice. This one looks a little bit dated, but there's 3 meters of that. If I don't use any of these fabric pieces, I'll probably just sell them, maybe $5 for something like that. In the box lot, there were all of these pieces of fabric that have been cut up. And they're all Australian themed, so they might actually be really good in as a feature. Southern Cross, Bushman, Gum Lifter, no idea, Koala quilt. The fabric is slightly heavier than your regular weight quilting cotton. They might add a little bit of interest to a bag. Yet to be decided. Teddy bears. Not into teddy bears. I'm not into teddy bears. Not into too many florals either, unless they're nice and bright. So I like bright fabric like this. That's pretty though. In fact, those two would go together beautifully. All right, Mum's not getting these. I think I'll keep that for myself. More teddies, check, floral. It's a pretty border print. Border prints make nice reading pillow bags. You can have the border print as a feature. I do like this one. That's a really nice fabric. Mermaids. Oh, it's just called Mermaid, so it might be after the Littlest Mermaid. That's nice and bright. I do like that. Shells, florals, there's quite a lot of this one. That's a really good piece. I had some fabric with teacups in it in the last lot, which is a really nice print. I wonder if that'll go with it. This looks like some kind of a quilt panel. More florals. Some lions and zebras. That's a nice vibrant floral. There's at least 1 metre of that and the extra. Another piece of fabric that looks a little bit dated to me, or it looks like it will date very quickly. There's 3 metres of that. And some Christmas fabric. That's the first lot. Okay, here's the next lot. Why is it that when you get a piece of fabric that you don't really like, there's tons of it? So far I've found about 2 pieces that are 3 metres each, and I think the other one's roughly the same as well. So I've got nearly 9 metres of that. It's a pity I don't do quilting anymore. It would be useful there. 2 metres of this one. It's quite nice. Some small pieces here, which I'll add to my stash at home. That's a nice one with the butterflies. Another border print. That's cute. This is almost like a duck. It's quite a heavy piece of cotton. That would make some really nice bags. That would make a really nice blouse. It's a lighter weight cotton, so it's more like a voile. Summer dress would be great for that. Dolphins, I think I actually have a blue in that. This fabric, I feel like I've already got this in my stash at home, and it's one that I bought when I was in Western Australia a few years ago. I still haven't sewn it up. It's a nice bright one, nice fun one for the kids. Yeah, it'll make something, I guess. Tablecloth even. More teddy bears, some birds, some kids' prints, another nice floral. That's a nice fabric. You can tell that I'm drawn to the brighter fabric pieces. This looks like a batik or batik with butterflies or moths on it. Clowns. People either love them or hate them. Check. That might make a nice apron, I guess. More clowns. Are you afraid of clowns? I know one of our girls doesn't like them at all. This one here's got some jungle animals in it. That's a nice heavy fabric as well. That'll make a nice shopping bag of some sort. This is just a patchwork style piece of fabric with roses in it. Bears, hearts, more floral. That's pretty. I do like this. That's nice too. You can see my dilemma, can't you? What do I let go? I really don't need to let go of anything, do I? When I die, somebody will be around to take all this fabric. As long as it doesn't end up in landfill, it's all good. 2 meters of that one. Let's see what else there is. You'll be happy to know that I finally emptied the tub, so this pile is the last of what I'm going through. Nice, pretty florals. That's always a good blender. This one is a little bit lightweight for the inside of bags, but it will make a nice dress or a blouse, but it might be one that I'll sell. This is Kokopelli. I'm not sure how it's pronounced, but I had this in another colourway and I really like the indigenous looking prints. I'm going to keep those. Lots and lots of floral fabric here. That's a little bit different. With a good stabiliser, that would make a really nice bag. This one's a little bit lightweight. I think I'll put that with the $3 fabric. We're nearly at the end of it all. I don't like that one. I got this cat piece in the last lot, so I'll add that to my stash. Actually, no, I won't, because Mum loves cats and she might like this one. I like that and that. I do like pansies. That's nice too. I was about to say it looks like the William Morris collection, and it is. It's a William Morris collection of fabric. I used to sell a lot of this. It's a really nice range. And loads more florals here. Lots of meterage in here. There's at least 2 meters in each of these pieces. That one will make nice fun shopping bags. Got a paisley. Paisley's always popular. And that is it. So that's all the fabric that I've had to go through of those 22 boxes, I think it was. And I've been really good and disciplined. So far, all I've pulled out for myself are these ones. And Mum will have a look at the rest of the fabric that I've just gone through. So these are just the ones that I really want to keep for myself. Of all of the fabric I've just shown you, Mum's going to go through and have a look and see what she likes. And she's likely to only pull out about a dozen pieces. There are hundreds of pieces there. I know that I will still be folding all of these things up and putting them into my sewing room. There were a few other bits and pieces in this job lot as well. There are some really pretty pieces of fabric here that I really love the look of. It's just a beautiful, vibrant fabric. I'm not sure, I might make a dress out of that. I love this paisley print as well. It's absolutely gorgeous, beautiful, vibrant fabric. I'm not sure that I can wear it, but I may make something. Or I may not, I'm not sure. But this is a really nice one as well. It's got parrots on it. I think they're parrots. They're colourful birds anyway. And a couple of other pieces, and I'm pretty sure I already have this one at home as well. So these are really nice lightweight fabric for summer blouses, shirts, or even some summer dresses. And the last thing I got was a whole heap of patterns as well. Most of these are craft patterns, dolls, toys, household items that you can make. Those ones I'll just put in a box with my other patterns for $1. And people can just rummage through and choose what they like there. Oh, you wouldn't believe what I found yesterday. It was a piece of fabric. Now, with about 22 to 24 boxes of assorted fabric here, you'd think I would have had my fill right. Well, no. Chris and I went to the op shop the other day. I actually dropped off some clothes that were in this lot, and there was a roll of fabric there. Let me get it for you. So I do not need this at all, but it was $5 for this whole roll of fabric. How can I not pick it up? Really? It'll be handy one day. I will probably end up selling this one for $5. There's quite a lot of fabric on here. I think if I sell this one for $15, somebody will still be very happy with it. And I may end up doing some bags as well. It's actually a curtain weight fabric, so it'll be perfect in somebody's summer room or as a couple of nice summer shopping bags. It's yet to be decided, but yeah, I am such a sucker for fabric. I know that I don't need any more fabric probably for the rest of my life, but I'll never say no to it. Now these guys are still cleaning out their mother's house. I believe she still has more fabric, so they'll be bringing that in over the coming weeks or months. I don't know how long they've allocated in time to get their mother's house cleaned out, because it does need to be put up for sale. Anything that I've put prices on, the guys will be getting some money for it. So the fabric that I use for myself, I just keep and I use. They know that. They don't expect any money from having dropped off all this fabric. I've got their details. I'll tally up exactly what value there is in fabric and other bits and pieces that they bring in. And down the track, when they've come close to finishing cleaning out their mum's deceased estate, then I'll be able to give them some cash. So there's no rush for that. They're happy for me to just work something out. I've got to go and price all this fabric now. I think I need a nap first. And then I'll box up everything else so that Mum can have a good look when she comes next week. Hopefully we can get her to do another project with us. And I hope you've enjoyed rummaging through this fabric as much as I have. I have to be honest, it was a little bit overwhelming. It's not the most fabric I've ever received in one lot. I've done, I think, about 64 boxes once before. That took me months to process. And I think I've done well getting this stuff sorted in the last couple of days. So I've got to go have a nap first, go and price everything today and tomorrow, and then start selling it and sewing up what I want to keep. Hope you've enjoyed this video, and I shall catch you next time. Bye for now.